Hello crafty peeps. I am on here to hopefully make a rather quick video just about how to use some alcohol inks, and just wanted to kind of show you the difference between taking a cheap for sale sign and cutting it down, and then I also have some Yupo paper. So we're going to explore the difference. I've got two panels that I'm going to make here. I also am going to include some foiling and how to add that on, and then I probably will do another video showing how to use the alcohol lift ink. I just started playing with it, so I wanted to get a little bit more comfortable and learn a few of the do's and don'ts before I do a video, but stay tuned because that will be up next. So to prep my surface, you always want to have either a glass mat or this Ranger craft mat. It is made for alcohol inks. It wipes right up. I have here just a glass with some 91% isopropyl alcohol. And then I've got the different colors that I'm going to use in each panel. I have some Adirondack Tim Holtz blending solution, and then this is also isopropyl alcohol in a mini mister. So I'm going to show you a couple of techniques, and hopefully you'll find this useful. Let's get started. So the first colors I'm going to use are going to be raspberry, pink sherbet, and amethyst. So I'm going to try a on dry technique, and we will just start squirting on some colors here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just kind of start moving stuff around. And you'll notice that the ink is moving a little bit, but not spreading like it normally would. So I like to just move it around a little bit and get those colors flowing. Now I'm going to add in some of the raspberry. So that raspberry took over quite a bit of the pink sherbet color, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of that in here. The more alcohol you get on here, the more movement you'll start to see. As you can see here, the colors are starting to move around. And the areas where the ink pool together are the best areas to foil. So as the ink starts to dry, it stays sticky in those areas for just a little bit longer, which allows you to add in the foil. So we'll let those move around a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of alcohol and get some of this moving around to the areas that are still white on here. I really want a lot of coverage on this panel. What I'm discovering is that the alcohol lift ink is going to work best when you have a solid background. So I'm trying to add in as much color as I can here. So we'll add a little bit more. This. Now here is the alcohol mini mister, and you'll notice all that splatter effect is really cool. want to add in a little bit more of the amethyst. Right there. So I'm just playing now. The thing with alcohol inks is you can just go and keep going and going and going, and if you don't train yourself kind of when to say when, you'll find yourself at this for quite some time. So I'm breaking up a few of these little pools here where the ink is. Now the key to the foiling part of this is you want to let the majority of the background ink dry, but not the pooled areas. So you kind of have to watch it a little bit. And you can't let it sit for too long, otherwise you will miss your window of opportunity. So the thing with foiling is you'll see on the back of a previous one that I did, you will get some residue left behind, but it will not transfer to your page. So the way to test it is you can always just put some on there and you'll see that's just not quite ready. So I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit here, and then we will come back in with some foil. And I'm going to use these same colors on the Yupo paper. I just don't want to miss my window here, so I'm trying not to start another panel until this one is done. Alright, so it's starting to dry a little bit. I start seeing some of the gold come off on here. You don't want to use your nails just because it will leave streak lines, which you don't want. So I'm going to get a little block here and see if I can't move this along. So it's starting to pick up some of the gold here. Hopefully the camera is picking this up because it's just absolutely beautiful. The best thing to do is just kind of play around with it. I'm definitely not an expert by any means, but I like to play and experiment and see what I can create. Okay, so there's that first panel, and this is, so see all the gold that it left behind? It's beautiful. So now we're going to do the Yupo paper, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean this up. So I just take a little bit of alcohol. I can use the mini mister here. And then I'm just going to take a rag and wipe it right up. And there you go. Cleans up pretty nicely. I do want to put a disclaimer in there. You want to work in a well ventilated area when you're using this product. It's very strong, and you don't want to get sick. So here's the Yupo paper. Now notice it does move around a little bit nicer on the Yupo paper than it does on the for sale sign. Again, you get what you pay for, but for 79 cents and I can make 4 panels, I just feel like I still get a really pretty result. So it's worth it to me. But I do also buy the good stuff too, depending on what I'm doing for a project. Okay, so we'll move this panel around a little bit. I don't know why this one little spot just does not seem to want to. Wow, that's so pretty. You'll never get the same panel twice. That's the fun with alcohol inks. You can try and recreate something all you want. It'll never be the same. But that's what makes it fun to me. So I'm really just moving this color around, trying to get some texture and dimension into this panel. Wow, that's pretty. I really like how this works, and I don't even think I want to touch it. So I'm going to let it dry for a minute, and then we're going to try the foiling technique on this one as well. And then we can compare the two. So just a little, this was the first try at alcohol lift ink that I did, and it's a picture of a seahorse. But I think that because my background had too many light spots, it doesn't stand out as much as I would like it to. And I did this where I lifted the ink and transferred it 2 times. So I think that unless I tell somebody there's a seahorse there, you can't really see it. Let me know your opinions, but that was my first try at it. So hopefully I'll have more time to play around with it a little bit. So I feel like this area is not going to pick up a lot of foil because it's really dry over there, which is kind of a bummer, but so a little story time. My youngest daughter is 16 years old and in the process of learning how to drive. She has been in driver's training 1 and already has her permit, and I have to admit, she is a fantastic driver. We live in Michigan, and people are very aggressive here, not only in who they are and their personalities, but also on the road. So you have to be very defensive while learning how to drive. And she honestly doesn't make me nervous at all, which is just amazing. So she got her first car. Her dad just bought it for her. It's kind of her Christmas present. So she's going to pick that up right now, and she takes the second half of her driver's training starting tomorrow after school. Well, they don't have school, but in the evening. and then 2 more Mondays after that, and then she will have her driver's license. And just really excited for her. It does really well in school, and she has earned this car, so she'll be getting a job next and moving into adulthood. They're growing up so fast. My oldest will be 21 in May. So my youngest here, I just have the 2, but they just grow up so fast. So enjoy them while you can. All right, so there is the Yupo paper with the foil background, and hopefully the camera's picking it up there, see? So just to compare the two, I don't see a whole lot of difference other than the way I laid out the inks, but they both transferred the foil beautifully. The colors moved on both of them beautifully. So considering, you know, how to spend your money, I think that the for sale sign is definitely a great find. So let me know which one you like, and hopefully if you like my video, you'll subscribe to my channel, and I will be doing my next video on the alcohol lift ink. So thanks for watching. Please leave me a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I thank you for watching. Have a great day.